So in this screencast, I'm going to walk you through my website that I've created for the midterm. So this is currently for the homeschool class of one that I am teaching. I'm teaching a wonderful third grade girl. And so as far as alignment to the ITSE standards, this can be found in two different places on the website. First, if you go to lesson plans, there is an associate standards page there that lays out specifically what happens within the lesson, how that applies to the ITSE standards. And then if you go to the independent practice as well, there is a similar page that describes how for each of the independent practice activities they align to the ITSE standards as well. As far as using the Understanding by Design model, the learning objectives for the activity are found in the lesson plan. So if you go back over here, you can see that the understandings are clearly laid out in the process for the students to get to that will ultimately be achieved by the MAP activity that is done in the lesson plan. The synchronous and asynchronous activity environments are displayed here. For the lesson plan is laid out within it. We're laid out in stage 3 of our learning plan, where it shows that steps 1 through 3 should be completed synchronously doing a Zoom classroom session, possible when I have the fortunate reality of being able to conduct mine in person. And then steps 4 through 5 can be completed either synchronously or asynchronously. And in addition, on the website, there is a specific part that is independent practice that is laid out for asynchronous activity time. So for my students, because I only have a student of 1, in their activity, they have a way of engaging still by sharing the activity with their parents as well as a family member. So part 3 of the activity has them share it digitally using the share function on Google Docs with me, a parent, and at least one family member, so they can either choose their brother or an aunt or someone else to still get that kind of collaboration role and that input back. Overall, I tried to keep a pretty sleek design here. Even though this is just for a third grader, she's a very classy third grader who likes things neat and orderly, and so I tried to keep things as streamlined as possible with more of a neutral palette, putting in some colors here, but still keeping things more subdued because that is just what the student prefers, so I try to take into account her interests and preferences when designing it. So I used several tools throughout my lesson. So there is a Kahoot activity that the student can play. There is also a map activity that takes place on Google Docs. And then in the independent practice, there is a Quizlet geography deck that helps the students practice their geography terms that are learned during the lesson. And there is also a Prodigy game as well. That is an online application that students can use. And then I did attend the office hours. Thank you.